Hey everyone, my name is Zach from Apps Delivered, and I'm excited to present another weekly hierarchy showcase utilizing Smart Issue templates for Jira Cloud. This week, we're going to be showing you how to create a project creation process using our app, specifically the hierarchies feature. For those of you who do not know what hierarchies are in Smart Issue templates for Jira Cloud, hierarchies are basically a set of related issues, whether it be epics, stories, tasks, or subtasks that form a standardized process that you can then apply with one click. You can create issues across multiple different projects and assign those issues to multiple different users simultaneously. So we're going to use those hierarchies to create a project creation process today, and I'm excited to get right into it. So we have our set pre-installed hierarchies up here. You're going to be able to find this hierarchy there very soon. We're also going to be transitioning it to be called the hierarchy gallery. So all you have to do is click set pre-installed, drop down, and you'll see it here very soon. So that is one way that you can access the hierarchy. The other way is you can go to our documentation, find the file of the hierarchy, click import hierarchy, choose that file, and you can also access it that way. So you can access it two different ways. So now I'm going to show you a little bit about the issues that are created in this process, the users involved, and then I'm going to show you how we can set some permissions, a little bit about tracking this process across our project, and then we're going to close out. All right, so I've clicked into our project creation process hierarchy here. Here we have kind of an overall view of some of the issues, but I'm going to go a little bit more in depth. So I'm going to click edit. All right, and here you can see we have quite a bit of issues that will be created in this process, and we have some users involved, and we have also a text variable. So variables, basically you can reference these in all of your issues down here. So they're going to pre-fill every time you apply these hierarchies and you create these issues. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 users involved. We have a Jira administrator, a development lead, a QA lead, and a project manager. So these are kind of everybody who needs to be involved with a project creation in Jira. So you decide to make a new project in Jira. These are the main stakeholders involved with this particular process that I'm showcasing. We also have a text variable, project name. So every time you apply this hierarchy, you're going to have to type in the project name. It's a good way to identify these issues and what actual project these issues are connected to. So if I scroll down here, like I said, quite a bit of issues being created. I'll give you just an overall view. I won't bore you by going into every single one, but we have define project scope. We have set up Jira project environment, prepare a team and workflow for execution. And then each of these have 3 subtasks under them. So we have a task, 3 subtasks. We're going to do that in our organization project. For you, you can choose any project you want. You can scroll through them all right here and choose any issue type you want as well. And if I actually click into one of these issues, I will do so. You can see I'm referencing that project name variable I spoke of. Okay. And we also have a description here that you'll be able to utilize if you download this hierarchy. Create a document outlining the project's vision, objective, scope, and key stakeholders. Okay. You can also extend that description with AI in our app if you choose to use those features. And we have our assignee. So that's that project manager we spoke of previously. And we have a priority. We're going to say low for this one. You can easily change this if I want it to be high. And then there's some other fields you can mess with here for this particular issue. So I'll close that. So as you go through this process, you're going to have those descriptions like I saw. You're going to see all those variables. You're going to see all these different assignees right here, Jira Administrator, Project Manager. So basically, when I apply this hierarchy, I'm going to create every single one of these issues in the organization project, and I'm going to assign them to all these different users. So I can do this very, very easily. So every time I create a new project, all I have to do is use this hierarchy, and I don't have to manually create these issues. So that's the main value proposition of hierarchies and Smart Issue templates for Jira Cloud. So I think I've showed you all I want to show you here in the edit hierarchy screen. Well, actually, I'll show you this. So we have generate nodes with AI. If I wanted to try to generate these issues just with AI, I would just click generate nodes with AI and say, create me a project creation process. I will not do it now, but the AI would do its best to generate these issues here in this hierarchy. Could save you some time. Feel free to try it out. If I wanted to add another issue here, I would just click add node, get rid of this. Just click add node, okay, and I could drop down the project like I said, and I could add some child nodes for some subtasks as well. So now I think that's all I want to show in the edit hierarchy screen. So I will exit out of this, apply this hierarchy, and show you what it's like to actually track these issues in this organization project. So now we are back in the project creation process hierarchy overview screen. I'm actually going to now apply this hierarchy. So I'll click apply. As you can see, we have one last chance to adjust these user variables. Let's say you kind of have a smaller company and people kind of do multiple roles. You can also duplicate as well. So I'll do me for the project manager and dev lead just to kind of show an example there. We also have to insert our project name. Okay. So insert project name. We'll just name it and we'll call it onboarding. So this is if we've decided, okay, we want to make a new project in Jira Cloud and we want to call it onboarding. We're going to go to our hierarchy that is specifically made for creating new projects, and we're going to then create that project using the guidelines specified in this hierarchy. So I'm going to click confirm and we're going to apply this. All right, as you can see, the issues are being created and they've all been created successfully. I'm going to click close and then I'm going to click refresh. Okay, so we've refreshed the page and now you can see that view applied history has the number 1 next to it, showing that we have actually applied this hierarchy successfully. So I'm going to click that. And as you can see, we can see those issues that were just created. So I'll drop these down a little bit. These are all the issues that we just looked at in the hierarchy builder screen. As I go ahead and start to transition these issues across the board in the project, these progress bars are going to fill out so I can track these issues effectively from one screen. And you can also click issue key and get directly within that issue as well. So what's important about the applied history screen is in this hierarchy, I'm just creating issues in one project. If you check out some of our past videos, we do create hierarchies, or excuse me, we apply hierarchies that create issues across multiple different projects. So this is why this screen is important, because if I want to track all of those issues across all those different projects, it's going to be really easy instead of me having to click into each and every one of those projects. So we have some other columns here, pretty simple. As you keep applying, you're going to see them all apply right here. You have your summary, last activity, obviously right now, because I just applied the hierarchy. Progress bars I already spoke of. You'll see your statuses transition as well. And then, like I said, the issue key. And there's a couple of other options up here that I will also show you. I can easily duplicate this hierarchy. I can add a scheduler. So this project creation process, probably not a repetitive process, but if I had something like a weekly blog or something that happens weekly, daily, it doesn't matter. I can use a scheduler. So I'll click into here. So I can actually apply this hierarchy, every minute, hourly, daily, weekly, monthly, yearly. The scheduler is a very helpful feature. And you can also apply hierarchies using a post function or API as well. So I'll click cancel. You can also share this to other people who have Smart Issue templates for Jira Cloud. You can export it, download the file, then import it into another instance. And then you can add it directly to a folder from here if you want to organize it a little bit better. So I think that's all I want to show you here in the applied history screen. Now I'll set some enterprise level permissions on this hierarchy and we will close out. Okay, so we are back in the manage hierarchy screen here. We have our project creation process. To set some permissions, all I have to do is go over to this button here. I will click that and here we are. So I can add a user to set some permissions for. We'll do Anna. We're going to say Anna can only view this hierarchy that we've just created. Let's do another one. We'll do Diana can edit, apply, and view it. And then all I have to do is click save. All right, now we have just set some permissions for this hierarchy. But it's important to note that your permissions that you've set actually in the Manage Apps page as a Jira administrator are going to override these permissions in here. So as long as the ones that you have in the Manage Apps page are more strict or less strict, however you'd like, and also your global Jira permissions are going to override this, then you will be fine. So just be aware of that. These permissions you set here are not going to overpower the other permissions that you've set in other places in Jira Cloud. Okay, so what we've done today, I showed you a little bit about the hierarchy. I showed you what it's like to apply it, track it, set some permissions. It was a great weekly hierarchy showcase. Thank you for joining me today. Feel free to connect with me on LinkedIn. Check out other apps on the Atlassian Marketplace where apps delivered, and I will see you in the next one.